Hello guys, Alus FX here guys. Just tell me what do you think about this analysis of the Bitcoin guys. As we all can see, the Bitcoin has broke above this previous high right here. As you can see that the Bitcoin broke above this previous high right here. So which means we might be possibly be going up for some time. We might be possibly be going up for some time. Yabona kanje. So we would go to a lower time frame, and just with this break above this previous high, then we can clearly say that okay, now the market might be possibly be pushing all the way to the upside. Yabona. So what you need to do, you need to go to a lower time frame to go study the structure of the lower time frame so that you can be able to make your predictions much easier for the next move that is about to happen. So what I can see here, or what I can say about this structure right here, guys, like would you say I'm crazy if I say I'm seeing a beautiful impulsive move which gave us a beautiful correction, which is about to give the very strong impulsive move like this? Would you say I'm crazy for to draw something like this based on the structure that is right here? Don't you look at the something similar with this thing right here? Cause to be honest, like Minangona something efana. I see the very same structure which is about to play out. Something like this. Yeah, well, something like this is just about to play out, something like this. So if you do not see something like that, which means it is because you are respecting your strategy, and then I'm also respecting your strategy. But with my strategy, I'm about to get something. It's giving me signs that I might possibly have something which looks like this. So I'm gonna go try and look if is there any possibility of me getting a trade to say now we are shooting all the way up. Yabo? So so now let's go study this reversal structure pattern, or this correction pattern. So how does this correction pattern looks like? To me, it looks like this. We're just gonna study this correction phase. We're gonna study this correction phase, guys. Easy, make life simple for you. Okay, so I'm trying to make it more visible nicely. Okay, so this is the structure that we have. This was the correction, remember, from the high time frame. This was the correction. So this market was doing what? It gave us this lower low right here. This was the lower low, and then it gave us some sort of like a double top, which we're gonna count it as one thing, which is gonna count it as what? Our higher low. And then the market moved again to create the what? The lower low, new lower low, which is the point lower than this one. It went again, created the what? The higher low. It went again to create the what? The higher high. It went again to create the what? The higher low. So there's something very interesting about this high low. So if you don't want to confuse yourself, you can just even also try to take a structure from there. If you don't want to confuse yourself with this higher low, which was based on this double bottom, double top right here. So you can just make your life simple with that, and even if you can take it from there, that we are following this structure of a correction phase towards the downside, following lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then the market, this is the lowest point which was supposed to move all the way to break below this point, but now it decided to fail and close above this high point. As you can see, this was the higher low, so we're supposed to get a higher low somewhere down here, but down the market just made a slightly push towards the downside, and then it broke above. So if you were to analyze this structure clearly, you would actually see OT. We have a head and shoulder kind of pattern from this point right here. Remember, this whole structure it is a correction phase. So we are dealing with the correction phase. So if we are going to get a head and shoulder, something which is looking like this, going up like this, if you're going to get something which is looking like this, therefore, which means we are definitely going to be pushing all the way up regarding this highest point right here is our neckline. You see, regarding this is our neckline. So the market broke above our neckline, and then it retested the neckline. As you can see here, this was the retest of the what? Of the neckline. So why wouldn't you think that now the market will be pushing all the way up like that? Yabo. So this is our neckline structure going up. So how did the neckline, how was the neckline being retested? Okay, first of all, we are going to do this. Okay, before we can even get to that point of neckline and all of that. Following this structure right here, following this structure right here. So this was the previous higher low. Okay, so this was the latest previous higher low, this one right here. So the moment the market broke and closed above this point right here, which means it's clearly showing you ukuthi the downtrend, the market which was in a downtrend, this structure, it has came to an end, which means the market won't be pushing all the way up, especially after it broke above the previous higher low. That was a sign number one. The market saying that okay, now the market is going to be pushing way up, and then we saw again which what happened like recently is that the market retested the the neckline. This is what we've just identified. This was going to be what it's going to be our neckline, and then we can conclude to say that that was point was tested, was retested. I meant to say, okay. But now the tricky part is how do you follow the structure, the current structure market? How do you follow the current structure market? So we're going to do this. So this is what you're going to do. So this is how you're going to follow this structure. So you're just going to concentrate on this lowest point, which means you're going to start from this lowest point right here. So we have, and remember, we already found a neckline right here. And then the neckline has been retested. So there's no need for us to be concentrating again on this whole structure again. We're concentrating on this last part of the graph so that we can be able to get the continuation patterns towards our direction. Remember, we want to get the continuation so that the market pushes with us all the way up, right? So now we have this point as a higher high right here. So we have this highest point as our higher high, and then we have this highest point as our higher low. So what did the market do? The market was pushing, correcting. So it gave us this impulsive move, and then it gave us this correction. It gave us this impulsive move, it gave us this correction. I will tell you now again, this was the last correction. So we are expecting to see what we are expecting to see another impulsive move towards the upside. Okay. So what we're going to do right now, so Hamba, okay, since well this was our last high right here. So this was our correction, as you can see. So this was the correction phase of the market. And then again, this is the correction phase of the market. So in the correction phase of the market, what are you actually looking for? You're actually looking for continuation patterns that are going to allow you to enter the market. Like if the market gives you an impulsive, it's gonna give you a correction like this. Either gonna give you a double bottom head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder before it shoots up, something like that, or it's gonna give you again what the change of character right here, maybe give you a what a neckline and then carry on. But what we are going to be looking for, we are going to be looking for what for continuation patterns in that kind of structure. As you can see that the first push, the market gave us the first push like this, and then if you can have a look in this structure right here, you would see what market gave us an inverted head and shoulder, which was the confirmation sign that the market was now reversing. As you can see, gave lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then the market did what? The market failed to break below the previous low, and then it pushed all the way up. So, which means this was the inverted head and shoulder that allowed us to be able to catch this move to the upside. And then currently, what is happening? Currently, what is happening is that our market has given us the beautiful setup, which we are even late that we should have been inside the trade as we speak. Okay, so now what happened is that the market gave us a what? A lower low, lower high, a lower low, a lower high. Exactly what happened with this now the market was supposed to push all the way to create the new what the new lower low, but the market decided to do what the market decided to make a turn right here. The market decided to make a lower low, lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then the market failed to go push all the way down, and then it pushed and broke and closed above the what the previous higher low, as you can see right here, the previous higher low right here. So what you're going to do right now, wait for this candle to close, and then after that you enter and then you push with the market all the way up without panicking, putting a stop loss below the previous lower low and go all the way up with the market depending ngokuthi ufuna i-profit engakanani. Okay guys, this is how you analyze the market, making it easier for you because you need to follow the structure, you need to follow the structure of the higher time frame, and then as you come all the way to the downside. I'm going to enter this trade right now because it's about to kick. Danko Alus FX, I am out.